Obviously, when you looked at Phuket camps, it was more like kind of you had to drive around with your bike and go find food, go training and stuff. Rather here, it's like a full immersion kind of say of like a full training camp. You're staying in the gym, you're eating in the gym, you're sleeping in the gym, training. You were looking for a fitness retreat, right? And most of our people that come here are like fighters or like they want to be fighters. They come here because they know we are able to like train them well and put them in the big events, make them fight, and then they can build the name for themselves. But obviously, we also cater to people like yourself, which you want to obviously get fit. We cater to people like Istvan, which wants to lose a lot of weight. Didn't you, when you watch like our TikToks, our Instagram reels, like? Okay, there is people who are coming here for like whatever, like holiday fitness retreats, but don't you see a lot of the fighting? Doesn't that scare you away?
Okay, so ignorance is bliss, right? Because genuinely, I didn't dive that deep into the research. I read what was on the website. I saw a bit of Instagram reels. And yeah, everybody on your Instagram page seemed to be really, really fit. But I think it's because I'd never seen Muay Thai done professionally. So I'm seeing these guys who are super lean and I'm like, oh yeah, like, they're not bulky and they don't have a ton of muscle. So then I thought it was like, that's beginner intermediate. I didn't realize that no, professional Muay Thai fighters look like that.
What were you saying about Thailand's humidity? Keep saying.
It's a lot.
Okay.
It makes working out like you're working out in a sauna. Hello, my name is Raquel, born and raised in Canada. I currently live and work in Kuwait, and my family's from Nicaragua. And I'm here in Thailand training for Muay Thai.
Okay. So you're here alone, is that correct?
Yes, I'm here alone. It's my first time ever solo traveling.
Okay.
So.
In a Muay Thai camp?
Yeah.
Full of boys
Yes.
and men and all kinds of male characters.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And,
Yes.
so what made you like decide to come first to Thailand and to 7 Muay Thai gym and walk us through about to the decision a little bit.
So I've always wanted to come to Thailand because it's a beautiful, beautiful country. I originally had thought for a holiday, I wanted to do something that was very physical to get fit and to just, get fit was basically my goal. So a lot of people that I saw online had come to Thailand for like fitness retreats. Specifically, Phuket is really popular for those things. So like yoga retreats or like Pilates and meditation. And that's when I started finding out about Muay Thai because I was like, oh, there's also people that do these types of fitness retreats that are a little bit more intense. But so this thing called Muay Thai exists. And so I had no idea about anything before I did my research. And then I found out that the gyms were not just in Phuket, that they were basically all over Thailand. And then I came across your gym.
Via website?
It was through social media. In general, it was like TikTok, Instagram at the time I had. So I just saw testimonials and people basically saying that they would come here to train. And I then checked out your website and looked at what you guys offered. And I really liked your style of everything's included. Like the package was accommodation plus food, which most places don't have. I found the ones specifically in Phuket, I would have to find my own meals every day, which for somebody solo traveling and it's their first time in a country, I didn't want to really deal with that. Plus, if I'm trying to get fit, I don't know what to eat, what not to eat, restricting or what's healthy or not. Which what I loved about here was you guys said it on your website, you cater your food to the needs of fighters. So it's like low in sugar, no salt, no oil. So it's really, really healthy. Both a blessing and a curse, but mostly a blessing because it really helps balance all the fitness we do.
It makes it like it's an extra add-on to all the work you do. I mean, you don't mess it up on the table at the table, And So you said obviously when you looked at Phuket camps, it was more like kind of you had to drive around with your bike and go find food, go training and stuff. Rather here, it's like a full immersion kind of say of like a full training camp. You're staying in the gym, you're eating in the gym, you're sleeping in the gym, training, and. Do you think it was a good choice, or you would have rather maybe like, have seen more, like maybe be able to eat one night there, one night here, take your bike, go to the temple or whatever, or like the full immersion worked out well?
Well, it really depends on what people want. Like for me personally, I wanted to see fitness goals. Like I wanted to get fit. That was my goal. It wasn't really tourism. We do have Sundays off, which I think is enough time to go out and to see things. Like on a Sunday, I did a Bangkok trip for a day, and that was plenty. I personally think that this style is excellent and preferable for the goal of fitness and training. Like when I first came here, I thought, we train in the morning, we run at 6:30, we train at 7, we have breakfast and then lunch, and then we don't train again till 3. I'm gonna be bored, I thought. Like there's gonna be so much time between morning training and afternoon training where I'm gonna have nothing to do. So I thought I was gonna be bored. Not true at all, right? Because you're so tired from the morning training, and you need that time to rest, right? So if you really want to come here to learn Muay Thai and to be serious about your fitness, then you're not going to be able to do that with the tourism every day. Like you need to be in an environment where your sole focus is train, rest, train, eat, repeat, repeat, repeat. That's how you're going to see progress, at least, right? And if that's your goal, then this is the place to be.
One thing that is really interesting that I want to know personally also, because you're talking about, obviously, you were looking for a fitness retreat, right? And we are like not really, most of our people that come here are like fighters, or like they want to be fighters. They come here because they know we are able to like train them well and put them in the big events, make them fight, and then they can build the name for themselves. But obviously we also cater to people like yourself, which you want to like obviously get fit. We cater to people like Istvan, which wants to lose a lot of weight, which we will see on this program soon. And then what I really want to know is like, didn't you, when you watch like our TikToks, our Instagram reels, like, okay, there is people who are like talking about training and coming here for like whatever, like holiday fitness retreats, but don't you see a lot of the fighting? Doesn't that scare you away?
Okay, so ignorance is bliss, right? Because genuinely, I didn't dive that deep into the research. I read what was on the website. I saw a bit of Instagram reels. And yeah, everybody on your Instagram page seemed to be really, really fit. But I think it's because I'd never seen Muay Thai done professionally. So I'm seeing these guys who are super lean, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, they're not bulky and they don't have a ton of muscle. So then I thought it was like, that's beginner intermediate. I didn't realize that professional Muay Thai fighters look like that. Do you know what I mean? And when I came here, I was in for a shock when I see these guys, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're really, really good, and they're all professional. They're all fighters. But thankfully, when I came, there was another girl who was Anais from Switzerland. Hi, Anais. And she was also like a beginner. So it was really nice to have somebody who was at that level. Yeah. But it was also super inspiring to be around the fighters, because when you see that level of fitness, you can't help but be inspired. You're like, wow, that's what like humans are capable of. Like maybe one day I'll get there, and it just like motivates you. So no, it's been wonderful. It's been definitely motivational. I've never felt like off put by being here. I've never felt like not welcomed, or that I don't fit in. If anything, everyone's really been supportive and made me feel super, super welcomed. And I think that's one of the best things about this place, is that there's a lot of trainers. You get a lot of one-on-one time, and even when the coaches themselves like aren't like giving you pointers in that moment, you can always count on the support from the fighters. Like they're really willing to give advice and help you out, which is really nice, because you're learning from experts. Yeah.
I remember when you walked in and you saw my big ass poster with the blood, and you were like, what did you say to me?
I was like, oh my God, it's blood. What? Like I didn't know much. I didn't do the best research, but ignorance is bliss. When I came in, and I saw your poster with the blood, I was like, oh wow, there's blood in this sport, like you guys fight that, like it's like that. I don't know. I was kind of thinking it was like martial arts, more like karate, jiu-jitsu, like yeah. I didn't realize it was that intense and bloody. And Antonio's fight for me, that was my first time ever watching a real Muay Thai fight. First live, but also ever. Like I'd only seen reels and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, after his fight and the others that I saw during that same day, I realized like, oh yeah, this is pretty intense. It's tough stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, do you think if you actually looked a bit deeper and saw like what really Muay Thai is, would have put you off, or maybe would have you chosen somewhere where it's more like people like everyone's like kind of like with your own same goals?
I don't have any way of knowing that, but I like know myself enough to know that I think I still would have come here. I would have been more scared. Absolutely. I think I would have come here more timid, more afraid, a bit more insecure, I think, knowing that that's what it was. So I'm glad I didn't know. But I think I still would have come either way because I really, really, really wanted to get fit. Like that was my main goal. And I just didn't see that happening at like a yoga retreat. No offense, like I love yoga, I do it all the time, but like I didn't, for my goals, I think I needed something that involved a lot of cardio, it was high intensity, and that's what I was seeing from your videos. It's like people here are, they're running, they're training, they're running, and they're constantly working out. So I think that still would have pushed me to come and to commit to being here for over a month. But I would have been a bit more intimidated. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good thing. And I mean, from my perspective, it takes a lot of courage from someone like like obviously a girl with no Muay Thai experience to come out here and like like we said before, in a camp full of like mostly boys. Actually, you were lucky because when you came, there was a good group of beginners. Shall I say? Like there was two couples actually. It was Anais and Julien, and there was the Dutch couple as well. So you were like a little group of like newbies, kind of. So it was a really good moment for you to come as well. But then obviously in the second part of your stay, like you're staying mostly with us fighters, So it's you kind of get the bit of the two sides of it. And what would you say to someone that's maybe not as courageous as you, not as like open-minded, maybe does not live in a place where they were not born, so like a bit more like they have your same goals but a bit more like afraid? What would you say to them?
I would say do your research, but also don't be too afraid by what you see. Like do your research enough to like find out, for example, like a video like this, right? Like if you're watching this and you're like, oh, that could be me, then like reach out and message. Like I could talk to you and offer any advice, right? But I would definitely say try it, do it. But you have to know yourself. You have to know if like you're willing to commit to something, you will see results, like 100%. You get in what you put in, right? So if you come here and you're like, I'm going to give myself like, it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like I did a month. If you give yourself that time and you stick to the program and you stick to the diet, you don't go to 7-Eleven and have snacks. But like if you actually stick to this and you put in your 100%, you put in the effort, you're going to get fit. Like it's almost impossible not to. Like if you're putting in 100% or even 90%, 80%, if you're really putting in the work, you're going to see results. You're going to learn, you're going to improve. I couldn't do a pull-up before I came here. Like that was one of my life goals. I want to do a pull-up. I can do 2 pull-ups now. So like you will grow, you'll get stronger, you'll get fitter. So if that is your goal, then do it.
I remember the first day I asked you to do the pull-up. What did you say? I don't even remember.
I was just like, I can't. Like I don't know how, I can't do that.
What did I say?
You're like, that's okay. And you told me to get on the step and to just like do it like the reverse pull-up. Yeah. And that you said with time you'll get there for sure. And I was like, do you think I could get just to 1 pull-up by the end? Because that's my goal. And you said, oh yeah, you're definitely going to get there. Don't worry. So yeah.
I remember, I think it was with you. I think I said that's the reason why you're here, because you said, oh, I can't do the pull-up, and they said, that's why you're here. You know what I mean? You were like, at first I think you were like, okay, I'm just gonna skip the pull-ups, I'm gonna do the Muay Thai, but I'm not gonna do that. But then yeah, we pushed you to like, to go over your limit a little bit, which is what, I mean, this is what we do, like even with the fighters, we try to like, take them from one level to another by like push them to places where they didn't know they could go, you know what I mean? And so how hard is the training? Like, okay, you get good results, which we'll talk about in a sec, but then like really, how hard is the training? Like, what do you have to go through in order to get the results?
It really, like, how hard is the training depends on like every individual and your fitness level, of course, but I think it's doable. Like, we do get enough breaks in between the program where you can catch your breath, drink water, right? So it's not something like, it's not impossible. You're not coming into something that is like humanly impossible, right? Like you can do it. It will be challenging, but the time flies. Like you're in there for an hour, then it's 2 hours, then it's 3 hours, and it's like if I had like told myself a month ago you're gonna work out for 3 hours at a time, I'd have been like, no, I can't do that. I've never done that before. I can't do that. But here, suddenly, it's like, oh, I can do a 3-hour long workout because of how it's so well spaced out with all the different things we're doing. The time flies. You're having fun. You're not overworking just one part of your body and one muscle group. It's a full body workout. Yeah. So I think and like I said, with a lot of rest and sleep, like it's totally doable.
Okay, so finally, tell us exactly how many kilos you lost. This morning, you came in with an amazing. I wished I had my camera on my hands, but maybe we'll shoot that again because it was really amazing. You came in with a bunch of dumbbells, a bunch of little weights, and you're like, with your happy face, this is how much I lost.
Yeah.
How much is that?
5 kilos. I came in at 60, and now I'm 55, which is crazy.
How many weeks?
In 4.5 weeks. So pretty steady consistently, and I saw the scale go down week after week after week. And when I picked up the kilos, I just wanted to feel what 5 felt like, and it's a lot. Yeah. So it's like, you know what, I know the number on the scale shouldn't be your ultimate motivation, but it's almost like something tangible to see, okay, wow, like I really did there's been a difference. And it's not just a number on the scale. Like I said, I can do more push-ups, I can do pull-ups. And just in terms of Muay Thai itself, I think my kicks are better. Like when I came, I didn't know how to kick at all. I straight up was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I hurt myself kicking, got a big bruise. And I was like, I don't know how to do this. I'll never be able to do this. But then slowly, you learn balance, you learn the technique and the skill. And now suddenly, I'm not an expert, but like I'm really proud of my kicks. I think they feel right, they sound right, and they're a lot better than when I came.
Okay, so one last thing. Next time you come back, what do you want to see changed, improved, or I don't know, anything that you want to, like, helpful critique for us?
Oh, for you guys. Oh, I didn't think about this. So, I think and it's not you guys, this is on me. Next time, I'm just going to write down no spicy food, because you guys did ask me at the beginning, is there anything in your diet that and I was like, no, I'm fine. I eat whatever. I'm cool. Like I have no allergies or anything, but I didn't realize that Thai cuisine, it's pretty spicy, and it's like a spice that doesn't hit you right away. It's a slow burn. So like, as I'm eating some of the dishes, I'm like, yeah, I can handle this. And then afterwards, I'm like, I can't handle this. So I think that's on me. That's not really you guys.
Why didn't you ask me through the stay? Some people, like, they come in like, okay, I said I wanted spicy, but then I changed my mind. How come you didn't do that?
I didn't think I could.
Okay. Well, remember, if you don't want spicy food, you can ask me. Yeah. But I think like the spicy that she puts, our chef, is not the highest amount, Yeah. We also ask her to like try to make it not spicy, but like you said, Thai food is like so, you say like it's spicy like by nature sometimes, and then also the fact that we do not add any sugar or we do not use fried stuff, it makes the spicy so much, makes it feel more, I get the same like when I go to restaurants and I ask for Thai food, whatever, without the sugar. And then obviously Thai food is all about balance. So, okay, so you need like the same amount of sugar, the same amount of spicy and saltiness and sourness, and then the flavor mixes together. As if they reduce one of the four flavors, like they reduce the sugar and they put the same amount of spicy, then it kind of feels like overwhelming. You know, that's a bit of the reason. And you know, it's also like they're not used to. I mean, we are the only ones that ask the Thai food without the sugar and without the salt, because for many other people it's just like a utopia. You know, it's something that you can do, but you know, we try to make it as healthy as possible. Okay, so thank you for today, and I hope to see you back. I've heard voices that you might want to come back with your boyfriend to make activity or whatever, but yeah, it will be cool. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Any last things you want to say?
Try it out, guys. It's awesome. I don't want to gatekeep it, but please come.